Something about geography that fascinates me is where exactly people choose to live. Some areas are heavily populated, while others are pretty sparse. Take LA County, for example. It's the largest county in the US, with a population of 9,721,138. That's just a hair under 3% of the United States population crammed into a little over 4,000 square miles. LA County also accounts for about 25% of California's population. Did you know that there are only 9 states, not counting California itself, that have a bigger population than Los Angeles County? So why don't we go through these? Number 9, Michigan. Since the 2020 census, estimates put Michigan as having a loss in population of 0.4%, but as for now, the Wolverine state is still a little bit bigger than LA County, with a population of 10,034,113. Part of the decline in population is because their most populous city, Detroit, has been struggling for a while and people have been leaving. Since 2010, the Motor City has lost 93,000 residents. Another large city known for its past ties to the automotive industry, Flint, has also had problems with people fleeing. Between the loss of jobs in the city and a water crisis, Flint has lost 22,500 people since the 2010 census. If Michigan doesn't figure out how to get people to stop leaving their state, it won't be larger than LA County for much longer. Number 8, North Carolina. The Tar Heel State, on the other hand, has been gaining residents. Since 2010, they've added 1.1 million people to their count, bringing them up to 10,698,973. This is a coastal state, so some of those people are coming from landlocked areas and they want to be near the ocean. Others are tech workers who are finding jobs in cities like Charlotte and Cary. Some are students who are getting an education at some of the universities and colleges available in North Carolina, like Duke University, UNC, and Wake Forest, just to name a few. Others moving to North Carolina include military personnel because the state is home to 8 military bases. Number 7, Georgia. At the time of the 2010 census, Georgia's population was actually smaller than that of LA County, but then the state went and got popular thanks to available jobs in tech, healthcare, and even the film industry, so the Peach State has gained almost 1.3 million residents over the last 13 years, giving them an estimated population of 10,912,876. Quite a few of those new people, around 80,000 of them, have planted roots in the city of Atlanta, which has led to some native residents to say that they're full and can't handle any more. Number 6, Ohio. Like a few other states with a manufacturing history, Ohio has been experiencing a few struggles over the last few years related to the jobs available for residents. For one thing, their poverty rate of 13.4% is above the national rate. Also, their median household income of $61,938 is below the national median. On top of that, Ohio has an aging population. Between outmigration and natural population shifts, the Buckeye State has lost 0.4% of their population since the 2020 census, with current estimates at 11,756,058 residents. Number 5, Illinois. My home state where everyone wants to leave. The Illinois exodus is a very real thing. I have several videos on this channel about the topic, but here are the bullet points. According to one poll, 51% of people in Illinois, when asked, said they wanted to leave the land of Lincoln. According to Move Buddha, for every 42 moves into the state, there are 100 people leaving. Some of those people cite high taxes as the reason for the move, because Illinois has the second highest average real estate tax rate in the country, and for those living in Chicago, there are a wide range of taxes that they get on top of their already high cost of living. Yet others leave the state for better weather. Illinois winters can be very cold, and some of the most popular states for Illinoisans to move to are Florida, Texas, and Arizona. Since the 2010 census, Illinois has lost almost 250,000 residents. Just since the 2020 census, there has been a decline of 1.8%, leaving the state with a population of 12,582,032. Number 4, Pennsylvania. The Keystone State is a mixed bag when it comes to population changes. On one hand, thanks to the Illinois exodus, Pennsylvania was able to move into the 5th spot for largest population. On the other hand, they are themselves experiencing a decline in population. If you look back to the 2010 census, Pennsylvania has gained around 270,000 new residents, but once you look closer, you see that they're actually losing people. They went from 12.7 million residents in 2010 up to 13 million in 2020, and then back down to 12,972,008 estimated residents in 2022. According to United Van Lines, Pennsylvania is the 6th most moved out of state, and not just from the rural areas. While Pittsburgh is holding steady, Philadelphia has lost 2.3% of its population over the last 3 years. Number 3, New York. Home to the city that never sleeps, New York was hit extremely hard by the pandemic. Between people leaving the city to work remotely elsewhere and the death toll from COVID, NYC lost 500,000 residents between the 2020 census and July 2022, when the most recent estimates were done. I was there earlier this year, and it looks like the city is rebounding, so it'll be interesting to see what the population estimates are for 2023. But for now, the state of New York is showing a population loss of 2.6% since the last census, with estimates showing 19,677,151 residents. Number 2, Florida. Between the warm weather year-round and the lack of income taxes, Florida has been experiencing a population boom. I don't see the appeal, what with the humidity, hurricanes, bugs, crocodiles, and alligators, but to some people, this is heaven on earth. And it's not just large cities like Miami, Tampa, and Jacksonville that are gaining new residents. Smaller cities like Punta Gorda and Ocala are experiencing a rapid increase in population. Overall, the state has gained almost 4 million people since 2010, and just since 2020, they've seen a 3.3% increase in residents, with current estimates putting them as having a population of 22,244,823. Number 1, Texas. Americans really don't like paying income taxes, it seems. Texas is another state that doesn't levy an income tax against residents, and they have seen an increase of over 5 million residents since 2010. Just since 2020, they've had a population increase of 3%, so now estimates put them as having a population of 30,029,572. It's not just individuals moving there either. Several prominent companies have left high-tax states like California and settled in the Lone Star State, like Tesla and Oracle. Some have dubbed the migration of tech companies as the tech exodus, or as I prefer to call it, the Texodus. So 40 states have a smaller population than Los Angeles County. That makes sense for small states like Rhode Island and Connecticut, but some large states with major cities also have fewer people than LA County, like Washington and Arizona. Everybody wants to be next to the ocean, I guess. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up if you liked this video. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I remain stuck in the cornfield.